bitch, I just recorded a whole thing and it's not even on here. Anyways, what I was saying is I just posted a fucking video of um how the government had trapped an alien back in the day. And it's documented that when they see something that's weird to them, they experiment on them, right? They dissect them, put them back together, whatever. So what I was thinking was that they put a chip in these fucking aliens. Not only they, what is it, reverse engineering some shit where the thing, I was gonna say the animal, the thing would do whatever it is that it does, but they put a chip in it now, just like they put chips in fucking humans now, in order to have it work for us, right? After they knew what it did, how shit like that. And that's what they're doing to fucking humanity now. They're doing that shit to us, to fucking civilians and shit, bitch. But yeah, I just want to put that shit out there. And then I ran off talking about all these people talking about, I took your man, I'm glad I took your place. I saw a title of a video this morning that said that shit. Let me tell you something, you dirty bitch. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. I have a fucking drawing of that. That baby that you're gonna have, you ain't gonna keep that shit. Even if it goes full term, something's gonna happen to that fucking baby. I saw a reading. I posted that fucking reading. And it said the same motherfucking thing. That drawing had this man was like mad. He was like fucking mad. And it looked like he wanted to like eat that baby. Like mad. Like he wanted to get it out. And but the thing is, he ran off with someone else's kid. He ran off with someone else's kid because it belonged to one person and then he gave it to someone else. And now he's retarded like that. So now he's mad. I was talking about Blueface as well. It's like these whores talking about, I took your man, I got the baby, I got this, I got that. And the man don't even like you. He wants you to have that abortion or miscarriage, bitch. And at the end of the day, like Blueface was talking about, the main female, right, was fighting with the side bitch or with the other bitch, and then they were both pregnant. And then the first one is like, well, why don't you come over? You're looking for me, right? You're talking shit about me. And then fucking Blueface says, oh, well, are you ready to have an abortion today? Right? Meaning like if you come over, you're gonna get your ass beat and that baby's gonna get taken care of. Bitch. And it happened for real. Like actually they got into it and the first bitch got that other hoe to have a miscarriage. Whether that shit was true or not, who fucking knows? Because these hoes lie all the time that they're pregnant and they might not even be pregnant, bitch. But that's exactly what he said, exactly what happened. And again, why are these hoes fighting over a man who just says you're just another one? That's just another kid. That's just another baby mama. He doesn't even like you like that, but you're fighting for a position that this fucking man don't even like you for. You look stupid. So these were the titles I saw this morning. There's a female walking around pregnant talking about, I took your place and I took your man, I took your baby. And again, a lot of these fucking men are fucking bisexual men and they prefer to be with the fucking men anyways. So I don't know why the fuck you're mad that he's giving another female attention. Like I said, you're just number Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever the case may be. And your baby is just like another child that he's feeding. But that's what you wanted, right? You wanted to secure the bag, as they say. That's what she said. But you're not going to keep that baby, bitch. I remember telling my husband, one of his aunts, his mom, before she died, no, not his mom, but her mom, the lady's mom, before she died, she said, you ain't never going to have any children. And then why did my mom say that before I died? Because she was the main bitch who brought in all these attacks towards me. And not the main bitch, but one of them. And this is payback as a bitch. You probably did the same shit back in another lifetime. And that's why you can't have no children, bitch. The people who steal other people's blessings, especially like this, or if God lets you keep that baby, it's going to be a karmic ass baby, bitch. Or it'll be all fucked up sick, or it'll be all fucked up. It'll come to this world like me to suffer for the bullshit that you've done. And you don't think about that shit. You do not think about that shit. I could talk about it because I was one of them. My mom ran off with someone else's man and had me. And they told her, don't do it. And at the end of the day, I came in this world for that. So what the fuck you bitches are doing is that. You're creating karmic babies that then have to come and suffer and pay for all of your bloodline shit because you repeated the same thing that your mama did, that your, great grandma did, shit like that. And now you ran off having another kid by someone else that someone else was supposed to be with, right? Supposedly, something like that. And then you're stuck with the karmic child if he lets you keep it. If not, it'll just come out on its own. That's it. So everything that you bitches have put me through, you stupid whores in the background, you know what you did. You know what's being done because you work on that side. You know that me and my children get fucked. You know that you steal and oppress my money and their livelihoods in their mental state, going to work, going to school, doing whatever. That is what you're going to have for that child. So you thinking I'm gonna take this bitch's blessing and have it as mine? We are not the same. You are not supposed to have a child with a karmic individual. That baby was not supposed to be a karmic baby, bitch. You took that. So now that child will suffer because of you or it'll get dissolved. Whatever the Lord wants. But for you to think I'm going to have that gifted child because I took it from this person, that is bullshit. You need to sit down and read your books and find out what the fuck you're doing because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, bitch. You don't know what you're doing. You do not know what you're doing. And these fucking men who played along with this shit, like that fucking man that they showed me, IVF shit. Like they took my baby and gave it to a whore who wasn't even supposed to get pregnant. Let's talk about that. So just right there, if God said don't get pregnant and then you ran off and stole someone else's gift, what the fuck you think is going to happen to you, bitch? What do you think? You're going to get blessed? Is that what you thought, you fucking whore? That you were going to get blessed? You and the man who did that shit. Especially if the fucking man knew better. If the man was supposed to be gifted and he did this fuck shit, just wait till you lose your shit. Because God is not going to give someone gifts like that for you to keep oppressing people, bitch. The ones that have the gifts that they have to keep up and they have to keep turning people in for them, that's not being gifted. That's not being gifted. That's you being a fucking devil worshiper. And having gifts on that by stealing someone else's shit. Walking around. That's how I said, you know how you could tell if you're gifted or not gifted? The oppression that's in your life. If people are oppressing you, you're gifted. They just want to keep you oppressed because they want to live your life. And the people who are walking around with money and having all these whores and all this, these are the people that are stealing from you. That's how you could tell. Because like I said, real gifted people, it says it in the Bible, get oppressed. Because these other people up here don't want them to shine. They don't want them to shine or move up in life because they want that position. That's how you could tell. So in other people's eyes, they're like, well, how can she be gifted? And look at her lifestyle. Like I said before, you can't judge a book by its cover, bitch. Because you didn't investigate how oppression really affects a person's life. This right here, this example. You could run off me being the essence and then you mooching a little bit off and being a watered down piece of me. And then at the end of the day, you thought you could take one of my kids or one of my whatever seeds and then run off with it and pretend to create a whole new life for yourself. You don't know what you just did, bitch. That's like stealing the jewels from a fucking museum and then just wearing them like, yeah, these are my jewels. And they're like, bitch, where did you get that? Like, how did you earn that? And then they look up your fucking history and you're a piece of shit. You're a liar. You're a thief. You're what are they called? Them people that steal shit a pirate back in other lifetimes. Once they investigate you, bitch, that jewel that you're carrying around, we all know you don't deserve it. What happened in your family history, bitch? That's what you're repeating. So you thinking you're gonna run off with someone's seeds? It doesn't work like that. You're gonna get some karmic ass shit going on. And like I said, this man doesn't want that baby. He ain't gonna let you go full term with that baby. So, and if you do, that lady, go back and read. I think it's in the YouTube. He doesn't want you to have that baby, bitch. He doesn't like you. And maybe now he's like, oh my gosh, now what the fuck am I gonna do with this bitch? With another kid? With a whore that I don't like? Add them on and on and on to the list. The list is getting longer and longer for these karmic ass individuals. That's how I know you're a karmic bitch. So I'm glad that motherfucker ran off with another whore like him. So fuck you, bitch. Keep that kid. Make sure you try to keep that kid, bitch. Make sure, just to make his stupid ass life impossible. Same as yours, bitch. Because if you stay, if all this shit goes down the way, you know, you want it to, all of you hoes are gonna suffer. Even that kid is gonna be just like me. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be all this shit. It's like you know, that's what you wanted, right? Karmic individuals stealing someone else's seed for their own benefit because you thought you were gonna get something better. How the fuck you think that the main source has their children and you're oppressing them and you want to take my seed and be free of the oppression, you stupid bitch? How did you think that was even possible? Pathetic.